Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's and Marianas Coffee.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Sakurako Halstead.
And I'm Dan Shore. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories.
Food stamps could be on the chopping block in November for thousands in the CNMI.
Also tonight, arrivals to the NMI plunged dramatically in September.
And a first look inside the PROA Union going up at the Northern Marianas College.
In sports, the NMI Va'a teams get their paddles wet in the waters of Palau.
Stay with us, these stories and more are next.
Your search for unbeatable internet speeds is over. Visit Docomo Pacific today and sign up for as low as $60 a month so you can experience our fast, reliable internet speeds for yourself. Docomo Pacific, better together.
This is a bag. But for Steve, this bag gives him food cred. Because now everyone knows that when they have that craving, or they're just looking for the perfect deal, well, they just need to follow Steve.
Follow him all the way to the new McTerry Deluxe at McDonald's. It's an all-beef patty smothered with teriyaki sauce topped with lettuce and tomato on a sesame seed bun. For a limited time, price and participation may vary.
I love Marianas coffee. Come join me for a cup. I think you would be really happy.
Half a day, Tirawami, and good evening, Commonwealth.
You're watching the Channel 2 News on October the 24th from our studios high up on Capitol Hill.
Visitor arrivals to the Marianas have taken a steep drop as the islands continue to battle low demand, limited flight options, and an oversupply of seats to Guam. Here's more on the story. The Marianas Visitors Authority reports that only 7,266 visitors arrived in September 2025, marking a 50% decline compared to the same month last year. Officials say the decline is closely tied to a severe shortage of airline seats. Air capacity has plummeted 67% since 2018, from about 760,000 seats to just 250,000 this year. Flights from Korea, once the destination's main gateway, have dropped by 60%. Many of those seats are going to Guam. South Korea remains the largest source market, but September arrivals fell 63% to just over 4,000 visitors. Only 39 flights arrived from Seoul during the month, half of last year's number, as Jeju Air and T-Way cut or paused service due to low demand and fares. The inconsistent flight schedule has also disrupted travel agency promotions and trip planning. From Japan, arrivals rose slightly, up 1% to 556 visitors. This month, United Airlines reinstated a more convenient Tokyo-Saipan flight schedule, which is expected to help arrivals during the winter season. Meanwhile, China arrivals fell 55% to 680 visitors. But with Hong Kong Airlines resuming direct flights in late September, officials are hopeful for better numbers in 2026, especially if the EVS TAP visa waiver program remains stable. Since its founding in 1976, Tasi Tours and Transportation Inc. has played a key role in supporting the local economy and enhancing the visitor experience across the CNMI. But after decades of service, the company is making major changes. Citing ongoing challenges including fewer flights from Japan, the lasting effects of the pandemic, and a weakened yen, Tasi announced it will refocus on its core tour operations and phase out the use of its own large buses by the end of this year. Starting in January 2026, large bus tours will be operated through partner transportation companies. Tasi also plans to relocate its headquarters, with the new site yet to be determined. Despite the restructuring, the company says it remains confident in Saipan's strong tourism appeal and committed to collaborating with partners to boost inbound travel and strengthen the local tourism industry.
Food assistance for about 25% of the CNMI's population could be in jeopardy beginning next week. The current federal government shutdown in Washington could mean that local food stamp benefits will halt beginning in November. According to Margaret Aldon of the CNMI Nutrition Assistance Program, NAP currently serves approximately 5,500 households, which translates to close to 14,000 participants. In dollar figures, it's about $4 million per month in benefits. Locally, lawmakers were this morning in session on Capitol Hill discussing stopgap measures. Galvin Sablan de Leon Guerrero, a candidate for the U.S. delegate to the U.S. Congress, writes that U.S. congressional, quote, decision is not just bureaucratic, it's cruel. The government shutdown has now lasted 24 days. The Senate has voted 12 times on this Republican-backed funding bill, but the House has not held votes for several weeks. Top congressional leaders say they are no closer to agreeing to a path to reopen the government. As of now, the military continues to be paid, but air traffic controllers are not. And looking into 2026, local officials are already bracing for an expected 35% cut in future NAP benefits.
Governor David Apatang has requested an emergency budget appropriation of $3.9 million from the legislature to pull from the fiscal year 2026 revised general fund budget in support of the SNAP benefits for next month. Governor Apatang also emphasizes that the proposed expenditure may be fully reimbursable once the federal budget is enacted by the U.S. Congress, deeming zero net fiscal impact to CNMI's general funds.
Tonight, right now, as we speak, the ribbon cutting for the new NMC Proa Union building is taking place. We've got an early preview. In Finasisu, on the island of Saipan, in the afternoon before the ribbon cutting, workers are busy making finishing touches for a new and truly modern hub for students, faculty, and neighbors alike. The interior of the building contains 50,000 square feet of aesthetically designed space. On the entry level, Greek columns hearken to a devotion to philosophical thought, and an organ pipe-themed wall fixture lend a spiritual flavor to the learning process. Extended glass doors marry indoor and outdoor space, connecting the sanctity of nature with the magic of human invention. The large downstairs space will contain food court, dining areas, and casual meeting spots. Frankie Elliptico.
So the Student Center will house the different offices that are front-facing to students. That includes financial aid, Office of Admissions and Records, the library, the archives, the Project Proa Center, the testing center, and many other services that are directly front office to or front-facing to our students. It's going to be a primary gathering space for our students where they'll be able to meet with their classmates, they'll be able to meet with their instructors, or meet with their friends for lunch or group work or any other collaborative conversations.
On the second floor, there will be a tech lounge where you can plug in or you can study in the library. There are balcony spaces on both the second and third floors, giving perspective to just how much this building temporarily dominates the landscape. Plans for further campus construction, upgrading of classrooms, gymnasium, and office spaces are all in the works. One half of a mother-daughter team who allegedly embezzled $250,000 from PSS pleads guilty in federal court. Giselle Boutalid stands beside her attorney Joey San Nicolas and in front of Judge Ramona Manglonia and accepts responsibility on 2 of 7 criminal accusations. She has admitted to conspiring to and embezzling $262,000 in federal funds from the CNMI public school system during the years 2021 and 22. She admits to conspiring with her mother, who has not yet come to trial, to funnel PSS funds into a shadow company under the guise of educational material procurement. According to the agreement, bartered by Attorney San Nicolas and U.S. Attorney Eric O'Malley, a sentence near to the lower end of a 20-year guideline for conspiracy and money laundering is recommended. The defendant remains out on parole with the judge's order to return any property obtained with the stolen funds, and the judge retains discretion as to the final sentencing, which will take place on March the 6th. A man is missing. The family is seeking the public's assistance in locating him. The Department of Public Safety is asking to help find 46-year-old Jerry Ramon. His family reports that he has been missing since September the 29th. His family is concerned for his well-being. If anyone knows of his whereabouts, please contact DPS. Call 911.
Coming up, the mayor of Saipan and his team host their second town hall.
And a little R&R for the crew on the research vessel studying fish in our local water. More news next.
Trust between service provider and customer is important because it forms the foundation for a long-term positive relationship. Trust influences everything from customer satisfaction to loyalty to community relationships.
Customers provide feedback on the services they receive from us, and their experience is our success.
I recommend Docomo Pacific to a lot of people, especially if you game. If you're like me, who live basically around the internet, they really, Docomo does really care for those who are their customers.
Honestly, from where I work at, I'm a customer service, and customer service is big for me, and they meet our expectations.
One of the positives of being a Docomo customer is the service. For us as a restaurant, we focus a lot on customer service, and it's nice to see, Docomo doing the same thing.
It's clear that they've been working to deliver more value for local businesses like ours. When their internet works consistently, it fades into the background, and that's how it should be.
I'm just so tired of you. You're not here. Oh, I'm just so fed up with you already. Why can't you just be, a good father and all of that and just help me out? And I don't even know what to say anymore because I'm tired. Look at you.
In our village, everyone knows everyone. But when my mom is home, she turns into a different person.
You think you're better than me? You're just like everyone else. Nothing. Say something.
I don't know why mommy yells like that. Daddy always stays quiet, but it makes me scared.
Hey, so how's everything at home? I noticed you were looking a little sad in class today.
The teacher asked if I was okay. I didn't know what to say, but I told her everything.
Thank you for coming in and seeing us, Luan. I want to give you some pamphlets and some help. As you can see, this is, how to get away from your domestic wife.
People listened. They didn't judge us. They helped Daddy and me find a safe place. Now, there's no more yelling. Daddy makes me happy and safe. We laugh together. My dad and I were scared, but now we are not, because in our community, we take care of each other.
If you see something, say something. Families impacted by domestic violence need your voice. Call for help. Together, we can break the cycle and build our families. To make a report, call the Division on Youth Services Child Protective Services 24-hour on-call number for Saipan at 670-285-2780 or 2781. For Tinian at 670-287-3268. For Rhoda at 670-287-2553. For emergencies, please call 911. Tell a teacher, counselor, or trusted adult. We are here for you.
Let's go.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Let's go!
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Let's go! Let's go.
Welcome back. You are watching the Friday night edition of the Channel 2 News.
A Japanese research vessel that has been in Kiribati and the Solomon Island was in local waters this week. Let's take a look. Japanese fisheries research vessel Kaiomaru docked in the port of Saipan this week. The Kaiomaru is a 3-year-old ship that is made with a laboratory on board to study the different parts of the ocean, from depths and seafloor to sea life to water quality. The 50-day voyage included studies of maguro or tuna surrounding the waters of Kiribati, Solomon Islands, and the Marianas. Operations Manager for Saipan Shipping Company, Jose Kwan.
So we have the Kaiomaru behind me, and this is her second port call in the last 2 years. And my role here is to pretty much make sure that everything is arranged for their arrival. And for this particular ship, they come from a foreign port, so I just have to be almost like the liaison between the ship as well as the government agencies that are required to clear the vessel.
Kwan says this partnership in ocean sustainability has also brought in some support for our economy.
It allows them to, take care of whatever things that they need to do while in port, whether that's receiving fuel or water, and it also allows the crew to kind of come off and do some R&R while they're here in port. I hope to see them more often.
Tune in next week to hear about the research they are doing in our local waters and the rare tour aboard the Kaiomaru.
The mayor of Saipan holds a midweek town hall meeting in the village of Coblerville. In a time when budgets are being cut all over the island, not to mention all over the country, the office of the mayor of Saipan invites the public to take part and join in efforts to help support each other, thereby enhancing the feeling of community. Jaden Sanchez.
Doing our second ever mayor's office town hall meeting here at the Coblerville Elementary School cafeteria. Last one I believe we had in the CK or WSR cafeteria, so we kind of want to take a little stroll down south, show some love to the community here.
And what's the purpose?
Honestly, really the purpose is just for the mayor to inform the community about what we've been doing, what his guys and his gals have been doing out in the community, what we plan to do in the future, and really just to solicit feedback from the public, just so we can better cater our services or configure our services to their needs.
The mayor's team takes turn giving presentations about the efforts that the office is making. Benjamin Maratita bounces about the basketball tournaments he's been organizing in Coblerville and Cagman, with more to come. Stephanie Camacho barks about dog control efforts in the villages, especially after dark. Ray De La Cruz cleans up about bush cutting and refuse removal services on the island, including those abandoned automobiles. Janice Salas enumerates about the numbering of island residences and the naming of roads. And
Konbanwa, good evening. My name is Hiroko Tenario. I handle the International Exchange Program at the Saipan Mayor's Office. Our department is the fund department of the whole Mayor's Office.
And Mayor Camacho exchanges his mayoral commitment.
As your mayor, I want to embrace with all the community here. That's my goal. I want to embrace with everybody here. Treat this place as home.
And as the mayor is often known to repeat,
safe community, safe village, King Island. Stay awesome, like that.
What does it mean when sharks take a fisherman's catch? Local fishermen speak up, and the fisheries need more input from the community at large. Shark depredation is studied in the Marianas and around the region by the Pacific Islands Fisheries Group through the Western Pacific Regional Fishery Management Council. Shark depredation is when a shark partially or entirely eats or damages hooked or netted fish before fishermen can remove them from the water. The local community shared their thoughts around sharks in the CNMI.
They hear that diesel engine running, and they'll start coming around. Unfortunately, they can't tell the difference between a tour boat and a fishing boat, and so any of those engines would start attracting sharks. I know at least one fly fisher, once he gets to the spot, he cuts an engine, just to not make a case on his fish, and hopefully keep the sharks away. So yeah, I mean, if somebody's trying to propose shark tours, don't let it happen. It's going to mess it up.
Master Navigator Cecilio Rahangui, he shared that when he navigates through these other islands, what he learned from his ancestors is that they take the shark oil and they put it on their body, so when they're navigating throughout the night, because they travel for nights on end, right? It keeps them warm in the evening when it's really, really cold.
I personally would like to see somebody develop a market for shark meats, and I think it's something that the Marianas could be proud of serving at a high-end restaurant for lots of money, and it's good eating.
Me as a fisherman and as a local person living here, I'm split between both, right? When I'm out fishing, it's like you or me. I'm the predator, you're the predator. We both need to eat, but I'm getting my fish, right? At that point, but in respect to it, you know, being from here, we have to understand the species, right? They themselves, that's their world. We let them live around, or they live around our waters. We live with them, right? We have to figure out the solution of how to live together at this point.
Feedback is requested through a survey to record traditional fisher knowledge and help guide future actions.
Sharks. Coming up in sports, NMI paddlers take the first gold medals in the final races in Palau. Stay tuned to find out who.
Welcome to Marianas Beach Resort, and now welcome to Marianas Coffee. Indulge in the rich, smooth taste of classic coffee, or treat yourself to one of our signature creations with the best coffee roasted right here in Saipan. Craving something fun? Try our cracking marshmallow milkshake, or one of our refreshing milk teas. Stay cool with locally grown lemongrass lemonade, the perfect tropical twist. Pair your drink with our delicious cakes, desserts, sandwiches, and salads freshly made just for you. And with super fast Wi-Fi, it's the perfect place to work or unwind. Marianas Coffee at Marianas Beach Resort, where great coffee meets great style. Location, location, location. Office space on Capitol Hill available now at the Hermosa Vista Business Park. With natural light and ocean views, it's the perfect place for creative professionals. So upgrade your life and your working environment. Schedule an exclusive showing now. Call us at 670-483-4750 or email hvsaipan@gmail.com.
At Marianas Beach Resort, come to the edge of the ocean and experience the best sunsets on Saipan at Skipper's Beach Bar. Open daily from 5 p.m. till 9 p.m., Skipper's is the perfect place to unwind with great friends, great weather, and stunning ocean views. And every hour is happy hour with $3.99 craft draft beer, local food specials, and live music. Bring a friend or make some new ones. Skipper's is where memories are made. Skipper's Beach Bar, the best sunsets, the best fun. Come join us tonight. See you at the beach.
When I think of you sometime, want to spend some time with you, just the two of us.
Buenas sports fans.
Buenas sports fans! NLE Micro Cup 2025 is underway. First day of races concluded today and the friendly competition stretch into this weekend. 18 outrigger canoe teams set out to compete in Micronesia Cup 2025 held on the waters of Palau. Marianas Pacific Paddlers, MPP, and Saipan Paddling Club, SPC, represent the NMI in the three-day competition. They're up against teams from Guam, Marshall Islands, Hawaii, the state of Washington, and local canoe clubs in Palau. Today's competitions consisted of V1 sprints. SPC's Tyler Andrew powers through the finals V1 race speeding from behind, coming in first place in the junior boys division, bagging the first gold medal in this year's competitions. Also from SPC, Janisha Dubrawl glides through the water, placing third in the finals for open women's division. Dana Macaranas from SPC is fourth in her heat, and Michael Tan takes third in his heat. In the Masters division, Joe Weaver from SPC placed third in the men's race, taking home the bronze medal. And Maria Ornez from MPP placed fourth in the women's race.
Sorry.
The competition continues with juniors and open V6 sprints scheduled for Saturday and open V6 distance for Sunday. Good luck, NMI!
Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week.
Here's the weather. Tonight will be mostly cloudy with a 20% chance of isolated showers, mild breezes, and low temperatures of around 78 degrees. Tomorrow, Saturday, will be restful, yes, and mostly sunny with a 20% chance of isolated rainfall. High temperatures of near 87 degrees and lows of around 78 degrees in the evening hours. The sun has set at 5:52 p.m. and will rise again tomorrow morning at 6:11 a.m., just in time for the ghouls and goblins of the early Halloween season to start putting their alter egos' outfits together. Kids of all ages will be lurking frightfully at Beach Road Plaza Saturday evening, or they will be turning Japanese at the NMI Museum also on Saturday night. And I will see you in the water or disguised on the land.
Well, that's news, sports, and weather. Thank you for joining us, CNMI.
We'll see you again on Monday.
Or maybe this weekend.